Welcome back. We're talking about consumer confidence right now. It is down in the dumps. The markets are on shaky ground. Unemployment is above 9%, and the housing market is stalled. So what will it take to get Americans back into spending the game? Back into the spending game, I should say. Joining us now is Rich DeSalvo of Rich DeSalvo Consulting and author of The Power of Pain. Rich, thanks for joining us.
Kelly, thank you as always.
You know, the pain is very harsh out there for a lot of people who are unemployed. We're talking about 9.5% unemployment. We saw the stock market drop dramatically. This is all due to the fact that consumers, they just aren't confident about what's going on.
No, they're not. In fact, I'll tell you this, their fears, if you would, if I want to use that word, it's actually validated. Not only are the things that you mentioned, but take a look at the unemployment. Even take a look at oil spills that take us almost 3 months to clean up, right? And also, Kelly, look at the government itself. It's just the way it is. Has the deficit spending really worked? Has the stimulus packages really worked? No, they haven't. And when all of that happens, what a consumer does when they have uncertainty is they do nothing. And that's what's happening right now.
So will this stall the economy? I mean, can it stall the recovery?
Yes, it can, and it's going to continue. There needs to be a catalyst. First of all, this will not happen overnight. Free markets are just that, Kelly. They need to be free, and we're not allowing that to happen. When you and I and all of us learned to ride a bicycle, and we stumbled and wobbled, we fell at times, right? Our parents helped us back up. Eventually, we were on two wheels. Let the economy stumble a little bit. That's okay. And it's that pause that will actually help us become better bicycle riders and leaders and fuel for the economy in the future.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. But Rich, you know, you're an optimist. I'm very confident about things as well, and optimist too. So optimistically, how do we look at this and actually look at it for what it is, being very realistic about what's going on in our economy, and say, okay, here's the silver lining. Okay. This is what we can do to make it turn upward.
Okay. Specifically, what has to happen is the stimulus is frankly have to stop, and what needs to occur is something, I'm going to call it some certainty. And here's what I mean by that is the government right now, for example, is there going to be a tax increase next year, either on the individual or on the corporate? We don't know. And if we had some certainty, such as the government said, hey, no new taxes or no increase in taxes for the next 2 years, if a statement like that, or better yet, frankly, a tax cut, if we did that, here's what would happen, Kelly. Right now, there's $9 trillion on the sidelines, and that's about $7 trillion sitting with consumers and $2 trillion sitting with corporations. They're waiting for something to happen. And if they had some certainty, like I just mentioned, they'd be more willing to go out and invest those dollars and help stimulate the economy.
Yeah, it sounds like what you're saying is that certainty can come in the form of an action or a political move that the White House can make, that Congress can make, and that even Wall Street can make.
Yes, that's correct. And what's happening, just so people do realize, first of all, even money sitting in bank accounts is actually generating income. It's generating income for the banks, and it's helped stimulating the economy. It's just not stimulating the TV sector or people buying cars. But understand that over time, if we let free markets be free, I think we'll be fine. When we keep on increasing the deficit, it frankly muddies the waters and puts training wheels, to my earlier example, puts training wheels back on us.
All right, well, let's clear up the waters and, and get some smooth sailing out there. Thanks, Rich. Rich DeSalvo.
You're welcome.
Good day to you, sir.
Thank you. You too.